In April 2029, a giant asteroid named Apophis will skim past Earth, closer than the very satellites we rely on for communication and navigation. To most, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle, but to planetary defense experts, it's more than that. It's a test, maybe even a dress rehearsal for survival. And here's the twist. We won't just be watching Apophis fly by. A new wave of smallsat missions, swarms, impactors, and pathfinders are being prepared right now to meet this rock head-on. Some will fly beside it, some may even collide with it, all to answer one urgent question. If the next asteroid isn't just passing by, will we be ready? Why Apophis matters. Apophis isn't just another asteroid drifting through space. This massive rock is more than 1,000 feet wide, large enough to flatten a major city if it ever struck Earth. When it was first discovered in 2004, the initial calculations sent shockwaves through the scientific community. For a brief moment, Apophis had a real chance of colliding with Earth in 2029. The odds were small, but they were there. That prediction was later ruled out, but the scare changed everything. Astronomers realized just how vulnerable we really are. Now, in 2029, Apophis won't hit us, but it will come incredibly close, just 20,000 miles above Earth's surface. To put that in perspective, that's closer than many of our satellites, closer than the orbit of GPS. It will streak across the sky, visible even to the naked eye in parts of the world. For scientists, it's the closest look we'll ever get at a potentially hazardous asteroid without the threat of disaster. And that makes Apophis more than just a visitor. It's a wake-up call, because if this rock had been on a collision course, we wouldn't have had the time or the technology to stop it. Mission concepts in play. With Apophis approaching in 2029, multiple teams around the world don't just want to watch, they want to meet it head-on. One proposal is the Apophis Cratering Experiment, or ACE. This small spacecraft, weighing just 85 kilograms, would slam into Apophis to carve out a crater 20 to 50 meters wide. Why? To test how smallsat impactors could alter an asteroid's momentum. In other words, a real-world experiment in planetary defense. Then there's Apophis Pathfinder, also called FLARE, developed by university teams. It's a lean, smallsat flyby mission designed to get close-up reconnaissance. Its role is simple but vital. Study the asteroid's surface and interior so we understand how these objects behave during a close Earth approach. China has proposed the Apophis Recon Swarm, or ARS. Instead of sending one probe, this concept would unleash a fleet of tiny CubeSats. They'd swarm around the asteroid, mapping it in detail and characterizing its mass, composition, and structure from multiple vantage points. And Europe is stepping in with RAMSES, the Rapid Apophis Mission for Safety. Planned to launch around 2028, it would carry CubeSats equipped with seismic sensors, radar, and instruments to measure Apophis's gravity field. Together, that data would give us an unprecedented profile of a near-Earth asteroid. Each concept is different in design and ambition, but they all share the same purpose: to turn Apophis's close pass from a near miss into a scientific goldmine and a rehearsal for planetary defense. NASA's response and existing assets. While new proposals compete for funding, NASA already has a card on the table: Osiris Apex. After returning Bennu samples to Earth, the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft got a second life and a new target. In 2029, Osiris Apex will rendezvous with Apophis after its Earth flyby, slipping into close operations to map the surface, measure its mass and rotation, and, crucially, use controlled thruster burns to stir the regolith, exposing fresher material below. That excavation lets scientists compare weathered versus newly revealed terrain right after Apophis experiences Earth's tidal stresses. A once-in-a-lifetime natural experiment. But there's growing pressure for more than one set of eyes on this encounter. Inside the community, you'll hear calls for quick-turn, low-cost add-ons. For example, repurposing NASA's built Janus smallsats, or flying a lean rideshare scout to get pre-flyby reconnaissance and post-flyby change detection. The logic is simple. Osiris Apex gives us the deep dive. A nimble smallsat gives us the wide shot and timing flexibility during the chaotic hours around closest approach. There's a catch: money and timing. Any NASA add-on will need fast decisions and near-term funds. missions because launch windows and integration schedules harden well before 2029. Miss those, and the chance to field an extra scout or to reactivate mothballed hardware evaporates. Bottom line, Osiris Apex is the anchor, but whether NASA fields a complimentary quick strike mission will come down to funding realism and deadlines, not scientific appetite. The opportunity is huge, the clock is louder. Why smallsats? The strategic advantage. When it comes to Apophis, smallsats bring a unique edge that traditional billion-dollar spacecraft can't match. They're fast to design, cheaper to build, and quicker to launch, which makes them ideal for time-sensitive windows like the April 2029 flyby. Missing that date isn't an option, so the ability to field a mission on short notice is priceless. Another advantage is strength in numbers. Instead of relying on a single flagship spacecraft, a swarm of smallsats can spread risk, cover more ground, and collect a diversity of data, imaging, radar, spectroscopy, all at once. If one fails, the mission doesn't collapse. That resilience is built into the strategy. Finally, these missions are more than just science. They're technology demonstrations. Projects like ACE's Kinetic Impactor, Flare's Flyby Recon, China's Apophis Recon Swarm, and ESA's RAMSES CubeSat carriers are all proving how far we can push small modular spacecraft in deep space. Every success here lays the foundation for planetary defense, showing that we don't always need massive flagships. Sometimes, a fleet of small scouts can do the job faster, smarter, and cheaper. Global collaboration in action. For the Apophis 2029 flyby, what makes this moment historic isn't just the asteroid, it's the response. For the first time, multiple space agencies and institutions around the world are coordinating in real time to prepare for a single, close-passing rock. On the US side, NASA is extending Osiris Apex and considering additional smallsat concepts. In Europe, ESA is pushing forward with RAMSES, aimed at deploying CubeSats with seismic and radar instruments. Universities, through projects like FLARE, are contributing reconnaissance designs that could fly as low-cost partners. Meanwhile, China's proposed Apophis Recon Swarm could deploy fleets of CubeSats for up-close mapping and monitoring. Even private institutions, like the Milo Institute, are exploring opportunities to join the mission window. All of these efforts are framed around planetary defense. While Apophis is not expected to impact Earth, its rare close pass is a perfect rehearsal for a real threat scenario. Never before have scientists across nations mobilized with such precision to intercept a single asteroid. It isn't just science, it's a global test run for humanity's ability to defend the planet. What could we learn? When Apophis makes its close approach in 2029, it won't just be a spectacle, it will be a science goldmine. The asteroid will pass close enough that Earth's gravity could actually tug at its interior, causing tidal stresses. If that happens, instruments may detect subtle quakes or even reshaping of its surface, offering a rare window into how rubble pile asteroids respond to gravitational encounters. Another key area of study is spin dynamics. Apophis's rotation could change under Earth's pull, giving scientists data they could never get from telescopes alone. Watching how its surface reconstructs or shifts will tell us how loosely bound asteroids really are. Finally, the flyby serves as a real-world test for planetary defense strategies. If missions like ACE create craters or measure momentum transfer, the data could refine models for deflection tactics. For the first time, we'd be testing not just theories, but engineering principles that might one day be used to nudge a dangerous asteroid away from Earth. Apophis isn't just another near-Earth asteroid. It's a cosmic wake-up call, a reminder that space isn't empty and Earth isn't immune. Some see it as a prehistoric fluke, the kind of close encounter our ancestors never lived to measure. Others see it as a once-in-a-lifetime lesson in preparation. And the question hangs in the air. When a massive rock slides so close in our lifetimes, can we really afford not to act? This isn't just science, it's survival. Each mission, each satellite, each bold experiment is more than data collection. It's a rehearsal for the day when one of these objects isn't just passing by, but heading straight for us. We have one shot, one chance to prepare, to learn, to stay ready. And if you want to stay on top of the breakthroughs shaping our future in space, make sure you subscribe to Space Prime, because the next cosmic messenger may already be on its way.